What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here on a Thursday after work, chilling in the back patio, enjoying myself. Some people I know are dealing with snow. I'm dealing with a little bit of heat, but I think it's supposed to rain here maybe Sunday, but it better not ruin my weekend. But hey, appreciate all the new subscribers, man. Just can't thank you guys enough. We love doing the show. All of us, Kelly, Jimmy D, Greg, man, all of us having a great time. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, and share, of course, with Cowboys Nation. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. I know Kelly is going to be announcing, we're going to be doing something called Fan of the Month. So we're going to pick random fans, Cowboy fans, of course, and going to get you on the show, learn a little bit about how you became a Cowboys fan, the love and passion that you have being a Cowboys fan, the frustration that you have being a Cowboys fan, all that kind of good stuff. So if you are interested, hopefully you guys know my social media handle, Kelly's social media handle, Jimmy D's, whoever it is. Just send one of us a message and we'll get you guys in the loop, and we'll be picking one each month. So I think we're having our kickoff on Wednesday's show live. So it'll be a good time, and hopefully you guys check it out and enjoy it. Obviously, just a little bit to talk about tonight. Get your opinion. Make sure you guys leave that comment so we can kind of interact with it a little bit, because I don't want to wait till next Wednesday to talk about it. But you're seeing Dak Prescott, you're seeing CeeDee Lamb, and you're seeing Micah Parsons kind of coming out in the media a little bit. And, some of it is airing their frustrations on some of the things that have been going on and things that maybe we need to do better as an organization and as a team to get to that level of getting a Lombardi, man. We're going on 30 years. It's been a little bit too much. You're seeing the Eagles win it last week. You're seeing, all these other teams starting to catch up. The Chiefs, they got their 4 Super Bowls or 3 Super Bowls, right? They got 4. They got 4 Super Bowls, or no, 3, whatever the hell it is. I forgot. And obviously the Patriots, all these teams catching up with the Cowboys trying to pass us. And the Cowboys are just seems to be sitting idle, when it comes with free agency. And you heard Micah Parsons say, we need to be active. I mean, we got to get our team better to compete with these upper echelon teams. I mean, we've got the core talent, but it's like I always tell you guys, man, we need to get the meat and potato guys. You need free agents to be hand in hand with the draft. You can't rely on one and not the other. I mean, the Eagles, they drafted well the last few years, added free agents. It's paid off. I mean, there was a point in time where they were drafting really bad, and it hurt them because they had the free agents but didn't have the young draft picks that were excelling and reaching their potential, and they couldn't capitalize on it. So, I mean, those are the kind of things that have to take place. So the Cowboys have got to be active in free agency. So you're hearing Parsons talk about it. You're hearing CeeDee kind of like, sick of all the talk and all the drama with the Cowboys, and can't we just focus on football? And then obviously you heard Dak Prescott, ready for the grind and not backing down from his confidence, and need to be able to run the ball better because it helps the whole offense. It's a team game. I know a lot of people want to put it on one player. I wish it was that easy, but it's really not. It's a team game. And they may be getting some criticism for what they're saying and speaking out, but they're not going to get criticism from me because these are leaders of the team. And I don't need leaders of the team, leaders of an organization, leaders of a company, whatever it is, to just be sit back and idle and just accept it. Because what happens is, if they're sitting back and they're saying, we got to play better, we got enough talent, we got to play better, then the ownership, they feel no heat, they feel no pressure, they feel it from the fans, but they don't feel it from the players. But now you've got the leaders of the team speaking out, the leaders of the team voicing some concern, and that means something. That should resonate with ownership, just like it should in business, just like it should in any other work environment that you're in. If the owners are hearing the frustration from the leaders in that company and they're not doing anything about it, then we got a problem. And that's what's going to be interesting with this free agency, because you're seeing more and more not only the fans speaking out, but you're seeing the leaders speaking out. And if ownership just sits back idle and says, well, there's only so much pie, and we got to have, X amount of pie, and we got only slices of the pie, we all know it's bullshit because the Eagles just proved it. The Rams proved it. The Chiefs, they re-signed guys and got free agents and they won Super. It has been proven over and over and over again that you can keep core guys. You do need to draft well, but you can also get free agents. There's ways around it. And our cap boy, the capologist, who says he knows the cap better than anyone, he knows that already. They're just playing games. And so, like I said, I commend the players for speaking out. I'm glad they speak out. Nothing annoys me more. And I love Dak Prescott, but when he does his press conference and he's just, he's robotic and it's very calculated. I get it. He's the CEO of the franchise. The quarterback is the face of the franchise, and there's a certain way that they got to act and a certain way they got to be the company guy. But you don't always have to be the company guy. You gotta be able to speak out, and it's not saying anything against your team or against your teammates or against the organization. We all want to win. They want to win more than anyone, and that's why I was on with the Star We Are last night. Kelly and I were on there, and they said, what do you rank this last season as far as disappointment in your, as a fan through all the other seasons, and my disappointment, I told him, it's not with the players. I mean, there was injuries all over the place. It wasn't with the coaches. The ownership failed the team. The ownership saw players leaving and not going out to replace them. They were hoping they can replace them with undrafted free agents and draft picks. That's just not a formula for success. So when you lose a Parsons, when you lose a Dak Prescott, when you lose a Diggs, when you lose a Blake, you're not going to replace them with undrafted rookies, all of them, and expect to get these results. So again, I'm curious to see what they're going to do in free agency. Actions always speak louder than words. I've said it over and over. So I'm not going to get stressed about it. I'm not going to get all frustrated and panicked about it, but I'm just going to wait and see. And I want to see what they're going to do. And they don't have to go out and sign the biggest names and spend all that money. You can do it with that second tier. You get yourself some D tackles, get yourself a linebacker, get yourself an offensive tackle that you can be another swing guy to give you some depth. Go out and get that, and then spend this draft getting the playmakers. I'm going to beat it like a drum until it finally happens. Give me a receiver, give me a running back, give me an edge rusher, give me a cornerback, give me playmakers in this draft. And and fill up free agency with the meat and potatoes, and I think this team isn't far off. The core of this talent is really talented. You can't really go off last season. I mean, last season, all the injuries, it was too much for any team to overcome, especially losing your quarterback, which is basically your most important player on the team. And then you're losing your best defensive player on the team for a period of time. You lose one of your top cornerbacks for the first 10 weeks or whatever it was that Bland was out. Then he gets back and Diggs is out. So it was just too much to overcome. Not making excuses, but that's just the reality of it. That's a hard reality of it. But that's why you've got to be active in free agency. That's why they've got to get it done. So I applaud CeeDee Lamb. I applaud Micah Parsons. I applaud Dak Prescott. The only thing I'll take exception to CeeDee Lamb on is the passion of Cowboy fans and the Eagles being more passionate. I don't, like I said, I think Star We Are said, throwing, tearing down buildings and ripping stuff off and screaming and yelling and acting like an asshole in public doesn't make you a passionate fan. Doing what Steph did, fire GM and standing in front of, the Star and voicing that's passion. That's someone who cares. That's someone who's not doing anything violent, but he's voicing it, and that voice got heard more than any others. I'm a passionate fan. I know Kelly's a passionate. All you guys, Cowboys Nation is the biggest fan base in the world. You have people coming over from Germany, flying over, the UK, flying over, all across the world, and those fans are passionate. They're spending their hard-earned money to come see their team play, and they're passionate fans. You're always going to have the corporate guys. In Dallas, Cowboys are a corporate team, so you're going to get a lot of that corporate thing. But I've been around a lot of Cowboy fans, and the passion runs deep. So I take exception to that comparison. And I'm not saying Philly fans aren't passionate and not great fans. And one thing I've always said about them, I'll give them credit because they don't tolerate BS. They put that heat on Sirianni last year. They wanted him gone. But if the ownership listened to the fans, where would they be right now? They wanted Hurts gone. If ownership listened to the fans there, where would they be? So let's understand where you channel that passion. And I will stand by the Dallas Cowboys, the greatest fan base in the history of all sports. And I stand by it because we got to take everybody's shit. Just like the Yankees, just like the Lakers and all these other big teams. We not only have our own internal battles, but we got to hear all the haters. We got to hear everyone else. Anytime something goes bad, if a player who played 1 week with the Cowboys but 10 years with the Bears gets in trouble, what do you think the headlines are going to be? Former Dallas Cowboy. They're not saying former Chicago Bear. So Cowboy fans always have to deal with everything in the media on top of all the other hate they get from fans. So Cowboys Nation is the best fan base. CeeDee Lamb, correct yourself. I accept your apology. But other than that, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the like, share. Appreciate the love. I'm going to enjoy this weekend. Valentine's Day, taking the wife out. Have a great time. I'm going to have a great time. You guys, make sure you do the same with your loved ones. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe. Be blessed. And I will see you guys Monday live in the cave. And then make sure, again, I'm going to be, in a few weeks, I'm going to be coming down to Dallas to watch my friend Eugene Lockhart get inducted in the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. So we'll be hanging out in Dallas, maybe go to Texas Live or something. So hopefully I'll see some Cowboys fans there. We can hang out, kick back. We'll be getting closer to drafts. We'll be talking all that kind of stuff, but really close to free agency by then. I think it's going to be the next week or the week after. So hopefully we'll have some good things to talk about to get hyped up with. So appreciate it, Cowboys fans. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Thanks for the love. See you.